things just keep changing here on the Wrestling Rundown. We changed the order of the videos. We changed special videos that you get. And now we're doing our first midweek wrap-up in a long time without Lucha Underground. Not sure when we're getting Season 3, but it's coming soon. But for right now...
It's already filmed.
Yeah, it's already filmed. Actually, Son of Havoc, a.k.a. Matt Cross, just posted a video or a photo on his Instagram of his Son of Havoc gear and said it's weird not having Lucha on Wednesdays, but Season 3 is just around the corner. So, looking forward to that. But let's talk about the stuff that is still on the midweek
main event.
We're starting with main event. This is the Smackdown Live version of main event. Now that the rosters have been split, you only get Raw people on Superstars. You only get SmackDown people on the main event. And we opened up with Kevin Hawk's favorite tag team,
The Vaudevillains.
taking on his other favorite tag team,
Zack Ryder.
The Hype Bros made their tag team debut on the main roster as they took on the Vaudevillains in the first match. It was a match. It was okay. A lot of people were hyped for Mojo, which was
Specifically,
bizarre.
the yellow stripe in the audience behind the commentary
Yeah.
table.
The Hype Bros ended up picking up the win after a Broski boot took out Simon Gotch, and then Aiden English got hit with the Hype Rider, and the Hype Bros pick up their debut win.
Do you know who I think was a little too hyped?
David Otunga?
No, Simon Gotch when he ran into the barricade.
Yeah, no, he thumped into the barricade and moved it.
He was really into that idea of crashing into the barricade really hard.
Hey, you know what? Simon Gotch is just a little too... He's got a little vigor.
He's one of those guys that really, I think, is underutilized in the way he takes his selling above and beyond what it needs to be. Because I remember it wasn't that long ago he took that full back bump off the apron to the floor.
Yeah.
Like...
He likes to add emphasis on the stuff that he does. So.
The guy's doing good shit. It's time the Vaudevillains get noticed again.
Now, I think now that the brand split has happened, there's a good chance they will...
They lost favor so fast.
The Ascension might even get something to do, I'm hoping. But they're the SmackDown jobber team, so...
Just like the Raw's...
Shining Stars.
Shining Stars.
Shining Stars.
I was going to say Dudley Boys.
They lost because of Pokemon Go. That makes them jobbers.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And then in the main event, that's right, we only had 2 matches. We had 2 halves of a tag team having a singles match. Tyler Breeze with Fandango in his corner would take on Jey Uso without
No Jimmy.
No Jimmy Uso.
Jey Uso didn't have a Jimmy.
No. Didn't have a little Jimmy. They had a killer match,
Just
though.
Jimmy with his skill.
Jey versus Tyler Breeze, a very entertaining match. Lots of good outside interference from Fandango. Jey having to try and combat both members of Breezango.
Eventually does, because he dives and lands primarily on Fandango.
Yeah, and this is after he's already kind of taken it to Tyler Breeze. He dropped him face first on the rope, which...
Yeah, like a weird DDT on the rope.
Yeah, that looked nasty. I'm surprised Tyler didn't have like a big old welt on his forehead from running into that thing.
So he did. You can see he was visibly woozy after the match, like testifying, because he took that shot and then he took like a fucking hell of a super kick.
Yeah, no, and they
super kick.
They traded super kicks a couple of times, and it was good. And Breeze took a couple, but we got a battleground-esque finish towards the end where he got the knees, tried to do the roll up, and Jey kicked out of that. But then, as Jey was going for a splash in the corner, Tyler moved out of the way, and when he landed feet first on the second rope, Tyler tucked the head, hit the supermodel kick, rolled him off the top rope, and Tyler Breeze picked up the win on main event.
He put his feet on the ropes too.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, added that little bit of heel flair too. So yeah, it was good.
He's just trying to show off his fuzzy.
And then he's like, "We won, and Fandango just had to keep.
He's just like sort of like he would him and Fandango would like walk next to each other because like Fandango was kind of helping him, and then he'd just like start wandering off.
Yeah.
Fandango would have to be like, no, we're leaving.
we gotta go this way, Tyler. Okay. Then we move on to NXT.
Hey, this is a good NXT.
We open up with an interesting... There's been a wager, kind of, between the team of Blake and Murphy. Both of them are challenging prominent Japanese stars.
Yeah, they're like, which kicky dude can we beat? the best.
So Blake's like, oh, well, tonight I'm going to show that I'm the reason that this tag team was ever champions because I'm going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. And Buddy's like, oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to challenge one of the guys who's, like, pretty much guaranteed to win the CWC in Kota Ibushi. And we're like, those are terrible ideas. Terrible ideas.
Now we realize that the one that made the team work was Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. Because, well, I think we knew that already. But Wesley Blake, he didn't stand a chance against Shinsuke. I think he had, like, 2 little bits of offense. That was about it. He even got denied 2 kisses.
He blew kisses at Nakamura.
He dropped him. He stamped on him.
Stamped on him. Want to fight about it?
Yeah, Big Whoop want to fight about it. Yeah, Shinsuke beat him with Kinshasa. It was a very simple win for.
It was pretty much written before it started.
Yes. And then, just after the match, we had William Regal come out and announce that, because Shinsuke has been on such a roll since he showed up in NXT, he's won every single match that he's been in, that at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, Samoa Joe will defend his NXT Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura.
And Shinsuke looked happy about it.
He's like, alright, that's cool, I'll take a title match. Then we had some ladies action as Billie Kay made her way back to NXT TV. Looking good in that blue and black outfit. And then she'd be taking on Santana Garrett.
And she had a new theme song, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, both these ladies had really cool theme songs. Wesley Blake had a new theme song, and his was...
yeah, this is like how they're kind of calling what's going on in WWE the new era.
Yeah.
This is kind of like being the new era of NXT.
Yeah, no, I mean, with the fact that we had so many people called up after WrestleMania, and now we've had 7 more people move up to the main roster with the draft, there's a whole new spot open for all of these other people that we know have been down there. So, now with Alexa Bliss being moved up, Carmella, Dana Brooke, and now we'll have room for Billie Kay and Santana Garrett and Peyton Royce, and Nia Jax. Nia Jax is up there now, so there's even more room for all these other ladies to come through. So
yeah, Nia Jax has got a lot more room.
That was uncalled for. Funny.
I'm just saying, she's big.
But uncalled for. Santana Garrett would unfortunately, despite how awesome she is in the ring, she was not able to overcome the height and the length of Billie Kay. Is that weird to say? That's kind of weird to say.
LFD, brah. LFD.
Legs for days. She'd Billie Kay would wind up behind her, give her a big stiff forearm to the back of the head, and then as Santana Garrett turned around, she got a big old boot to the face, and Billie Kay picks up the win on NXT TV.
Using the long leg to the advantage.
Yes.
The whole shtick, though, she's saying that, like, the new gimmick she's got is that she was very, very condescending and cocky ever since she had an appearance a few weeks ago on Smackdown.
Yeah, she faced Dana Brooke on SmackDown once, lost the match, but she's like, hey, I got to be on SmackDown, so now I'm like the best woman on NXT.
Yeah.
And she proved it. She beat Santana Garrett.
Yep, so now she's the best woman on NXT.
Keeping with the theme of ladies, we had Bayley talking to William Regal about finally getting her rematch against Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Regal's like, you know what, that's a great idea. I will talk to Asuka. If she agrees, we will have a contract signing, and that match will take place at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2.
Yeah, Bayley's looking to make it 2 for 2 in Brooklyn.
Yeah, because Brooklyn is where she took the title off of Sasha Banks. So, can she do the same thing to Asuka?
Brooklyn might be her lucky city.
Maybe. Then we had a really what the fuck vignette, as we had like this epic voiceover with the. I hope we have a picture. I don't know if we'll be able to find one, but it was like a moon.
I
and
initially
like this,
didn't even pay attention to this.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was a commercial.
Yeah, no, yeah. He was looking at his phone, and I went, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he looked up like just at the end. So we had the moon. There's a silhouette of someone like kneeling down, and it's like a fantasy looking. It's like the intro like a fantasy movie or something. It was just trees and like this really epic like nebulas
Yeah, they mentioned like space.
Yeah, space.
Space and planets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Aerostar.
I don't know what the fuck it was, and then
Aerostar's on NXT now.
No, actually.
Orbit Adventure Ant.
No. I don't know, and then it just it disappeared. There was no name, there was no coming soon, there was nothing. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Space Monkey.
Sure.
What if that's actually who it was?
I doubt it's Space Monkey, but if it is, sure. We had a pretty straightforward tag team match as TM61 took on Rob Risen and Adrian Nails. Rob Risen got a little bit of offense in. Adrian Nails not so much.
What's up, Tiny Virgil?
Tiny Virgil in jeans. TM61 has some amazing timing on their moves, though.
The fist drop moonsault?
Yeah, fist drop moonsault was just on fucking point.
That move on fleek.
But then they end up beating Adrian Nails with Thunder Valley. Nice respectful end. They shake hands, give the other guys a hug. Good to go. Nice straightforward tag team match. We had no.
It's a hell of a bump you have to take for that move.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
They're not short.
No, that's a very tall tag team. We had No Way Jose come out. We had a little recap of the issues he's had with Austin Aries a couple weeks ago, coming out and getting some redemption for himself and actually causing Austin Aries to run away.
Cartwheel over the railing.
Yeah. So No Way Jose takes on Steve Cutler with a brand new look. Beats him pretty simply. This is a very simple episode of NXT now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it was like they were wrestling and things were pretty even, and then Cutler ended up pissing off No Way Jose.
Yeah.
And then he kind of went to that place of where he was when he was chasing down Austin Aries.
Yeah.
And then just ran him over.
Yeah. Turning the Fiesta into a fight.
A fight-iesta.
Fight-iesta. Then he does the big wind-up pitch punch, hits the half Nelson slam, picks up the win, and then gets on the mic and says, Austin Aries, I was just trying to be encouraging when, you and I had that conversation a few weeks ago, and then you decided to attack me, and then last week, I've been chasing you around, all of a sudden, the greatest man who ever lived became the biggest coward of NXT. So the next time I get you in the ring, there's not going to be any running, there's not going to be any hiding, because when I turn this Fiesta into a fight, I'm going to whoop your ass. So Jose says, no way. He's not messing around. But then I love the fact that as soon as the music starts though, he's just you see this really angry face, and all of a sudden his shoulders start popping, and then he's back into Fiesta mode. So he's got that mean streak, and it's a good duality from his regular persona that we see all the time. Are you looking up heights for TM61?
No, I'm actually looking at the NXT roster to see
who the vignette might be.
Oh,
well, let me know if you find it. Then we had our main event, which was Buddy Murphy challenging Kota Ibushi. This was a fantastic match. Buddy Murphy himself, I think, really outdid himself in this match against Kota. But it's Kota Ibushi. You go back to last week's CWC review when we talked about his match. He's just so good at everything he does, and him and Buddy had some really good stiff shots, some really stiff kicks. Both of which selling them just amazingly.
These guys had a lot better chemistry than I expected them to.
Yeah.
But I think that this match, to me, completely honestly, was the eye-opener, not the eye-opener, because this is kind of how I've always thought about the match, or the team, but it kind of made me, what's the word I'm looking for?
Made you realize?
No, it backed up my thoughts.
Reinforced.
That's the word I'm looking for. Reinforced my idea that Buddy Murphy was the stronger wrestler.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy by far is the more versatile wrestler between him and Blake. Blake is a good wrestler. We're not taking anything away from Wesley Blake, but Buddy Murphy just has so much more potential.
I want to see Buddy Murphy go back to that running suplex.
Oh yeah,
that should be a staple in his
arsenal. The running double knees that he did, that he was able to hook into a pin was really good.
Yeah.
But wasn't enough. Kota Ibushi ends up hitting the last ride sit-out powerbomb and beats Buddy Murphy. So I think this is a good sign that Kota's probably going to get signed. The fact that he's on the CWC and he's now on NXT, or at least for this match. But a guy that we will see the debut of next week, Bobby Roode, will make his NXT TV debut. I'm excited for that. James Storm, please come back because we need beer money on TV. Like good TV. Let's do that. Then to finish off the night, Samoa Joe.
I'd love to see Beer Money versus the Revival.
Oh, they beat the fuck out of each other.
That'd be a good match.
Anyway, Samoa Joe's not happy about having to defend his title against Shinsuke.
Yeah, and basically he's like, hey, Regal, guess what? I ain't going to do it.
And Regal's like, guess what? You are going to do it.
Says, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you're going to do it, because if you don't do it, I'm gonna take that title.
Alright, fine, I'll do it.
Alright, cool. That's pretty much how
And Shinsuke came and looked at him through an imaginary telescope.
Guess what I'm going for? Yeah.
That's how it went off the air.
That's very, very simply, Joe got put in his place. Then he did say that he was, he destroyed Finn Balor. He's gonna do the same thing to Shinsuke Nakamura. So we'll see if Joe can live up to his promise. But that's gonna be a physical fucking match.
Yeah.
Shinsuke and Joe are gonna beat the crap out of each other.
They absolutely will.
Strong style as a motherfucker. That is it for the midweek wrap up. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click all the links down in the description.
There's tons of them. There are social media outlets that we would like to communicate
Facebook,
with
Twitter,
you.
Tumblr, Instagram. A couple of emails.
Twitters.
Did I not say Twitter?
The Twitter machine.
Twitter machines.
Yeah, and the SoundCloud podcast. If you like to hear us in your ear holes and not watch us through your eye holes.
Yeah. And for those of you that are listening to the podcast right now, if you want to get some extra reviews, if you go to our YouTube page, you'll be able to check out our Battleground review, which for those of you watching right now, you see up in the playlist. And coming up next, you get a review of the 3rd episode of the Cruiserweight Classic.
But not on the SoundCloud.
Not on the SoundCloud.
Only on the YouTube.
Only on the U of Tubes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Yeah. Fuck no Joe Raleigh.
Yeah. At least we got him out of the way. He started the midweek.
First.
He did win, though.
Curtain jerker.
He did win.
Jerking a lot more than curtains.
I'm not touching that.
I wouldn't either.